Moving on here, we're going to talk about another match that I actually thought was pretty damn good. The Divas match. I was really surprised. It's actually the best Divas match that I've seen in a hell of a long time.
At least 2 years, if not more.
Yeah, and I got quite a lot of heat from it on Bleacher Report because I had said that obviously like Kaitlyn's not a really good performer, and that I was surprised that this turned out really well and everything like that. I actually thought this was one of the highlights of the entire pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, it shows the feud has legs. AJ at least has some sort of chemistry with Kaitlyn to bring out the best in her as far as matches go. And if they, like, I could even see these two probably pulling off some sort of, I don't think it's likely because WWE hasn't done this since they went PG and haven't really done it before that. But I could even see these two being put in some sort of gimmick and working for the title for some sort of blow off, even if AJ, the heel, comes out on top. I think it has potential and some sort of legs to kind of keep the division at least somewhat in a spotlight with the title for now, at least going into Night of Champions. Surely, because they did a lot of good stuff here.
Some kind of a gimmick match at SummerSlam, maybe?
Build. Yeah, exactly. I don't think they're going to do it, but I'm...
Last lady.
Yeah, it had an amazing build, this match, in terms of going into this pay-per-view anyway, with the whole Secret Admirer thing and the way it all blew up in Kate's face. It worked well. They've got a nice little story there they're working with now with the whole she's lost everything and she's going to go insane. In terms of her versus AJ, I don't have a problem with this. I think AJ's helping her get over a lot more than she was before when she was Divas champion.
Which is all that matters, really.
Exactly. She was kept off of pay-per-views. She wasn't defending the title. She was just around in limbo. Standing backstage with Natalya and the Great Khali. She wasn't doing much. But now she's in there, she's feuding, she's in something that she can get her teeth into. I still believe, though, that Kaitlyn needs to go back and get a bit more seasoning. But, this has proved that these girls can go, and given enough time and enough build, they can hang. And it, as Tony said, nearly stole the show. Nearly.
Yeah, I've no complaints at all in this match.
Nope. And how often have we done that for a review?
I was legitimately emotionally invested into that match. Like I every corner, if it looked like when Kaitlyn hit the spear, I was just like, no! Like I really wanted AJ
that
to
was
win.
The finish.
I did too. I legitimately thought it was over. I wanted AJ to win very badly. I'm very glad she won.
Did you want her to win? Did your penis want her to win?
Dude, that girl is a superstar. I've said it so many times in the show. She is one of the biggest stars they have in the company right now.
And she's becoming the new face of the division, and that's something that the division has sorely lacked for a long time.
Well, it's not really a division anymore, to be honest with you.
If they still count it as a division, I
think that's what's one of the biggest things I liked about this match and the feud is the fact that it's been a very long time since they've put any sort of effort into the women's division in terms of matches, in terms of storyline. So I think in that regard, it's good because really there's nothing else really going on. I thought it was all right. I mean, it wasn't a blowaway. It was good considering who was in the ring. I mean, that's all you can really say is that it's better than your expectations are. But when your expectations are so low,
really anything can kind of jump out. But at least it makes you wonder where they're going to go next and how many pay-per-views they may get out of it. Right. I think it's at least something.
I think the feud going into the match made it a lot more interesting because it was like a legitimately well-done story that made sense. The Secret Admirer thing, AJ being Kaitlyn's best friend, would know all the things about her. And then having the match be as good as it was, back and forth, Kaitlyn having a chance to win it, not winning it. And now this thing with Stephanie McMahon, too. Like, just blows open the whole thing even more. Like, you just legitimately care where this feud is going to go next. And I cannot remember the last time that the women's division has had that. It's actually a legitimately good
Trish
story.
and Nikki from, years
Probably
ago.
7 years ago.
And I thought it was hilarious that after the match, during the whole cry fest, everybody's just chanting, "You tapped out."
Tapped out. Yeah. You tapped out. That's like Triple H when he tried to get sympathy at SummerSlam, and the crowd did the exact same thing.
It's so good. I love that.
Smarks.
Yeah, highlight of the pay-per-view as far as I'm concerned. I liked it a lot.
No complaints here.
I'm kind of curious about the McMahon altercation in this. Part of me would kind of like to see Stephanie get back into the ring only because I thought she had great ring attire back in her wrestling days.
I think Stephanie needs to stay away from the ring.
I can't see her wrestling. She's a mom now, and she's a little bit older, and I don't see her getting involved in any matches, but I could see her being involved in this story heavily and, constantly sticking it to AJ. And then on the other side of that coin, since her and Triple H and Vince seem to have this little three-way power trip feud going on, them helping AJ keep the advantage to stick it to Stephanie as well. So, like, AJ and Kaitlyn seem to be in the middle of this whole big McMahon power trip thing as well.
Well, whatever keeps her on my TV screen, that's all that counts.
All right, guys, we're going to move on in the next part and talk United States Championship, Dean Ambrose against Kane.